What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another True Game Data video. So today I'm going to be talking about the MG82, which I think is somewhat slept on right now in the meta. I haven't talked about it too much, and I don't know too many other people that are using it or talking about it. If you remember, when it came out, it was ridiculously overpowered. It had ridiculous TTKs and super easy and tame recoil that just went perfectly straight up. So we're going to revisit it today after all its nerfs and kind of see how it fits in. And I think it's very much like the weapon, kind of how the Cold War AK used to be, where it was had the best TTKs by far, but it was really hard to use. I kind of feel like that's where the MG82 fits in right now. I used it yesterday all day, and it works pretty well on Verdansk. It's still usable, still very good. So I'll talk about my build that I used, give you guys some thoughts overall compared to the meta, and then end out with a 19 kill game I had yesterday with it on Verdansk. So before we get into that, though, I wanted to highlight this. I just tweeted this out. We finally picked a charity. So on Sunday the 15th, so in 6 days, we're going to be doing a full day charity stream at twitch.tv/TrueGameData Live. Also, there's going to be a ton of other streamers that are participating. We basically just want to bring in as many people as we can to raise as much money as we can. It's not really like True Game Data's charity stream. It's just community charity stream, and we're just trying to raise money for a good cause. So Direct Relief is the charity we're going to support. They're a worldwide charity that does all kinds of different things, but specifically they do a lot with COVID relief, and I feel like that's very important right now. A lot of people have lost their jobs and struggled with COVID, so I feel like it's important to support that. So I'm going to be mixing that in with my birthday stream. That's roughly around the time of my birthday too, so hopefully it'll be awesome. But I wanted to let you guys know about that. Put it on your calendars. Be sure to show up and help support a good cause. But let's jump into it, and we'll start talking about the MG82. All right, so real quickly, let's go over the base stats. So I put what I think are like the top three. I didn't include the QBZ. QBZ is also a top AR right now, but Farah, Krig, C58. I meant to include the Farah the other day when I made my video about the top long-range assault rifles. A lot of people asked why I didn't include it. Honestly, I just kind of forgot. It's harder to control than the Krig, the C58, and the QBZ by far, but it has better TTKs, so kind of makes up for it there. But that's why I didn't include it. It was honestly just a mistake. So I'm going to include it today in comparison with the MG82. MG82 shoots faster, has 930 RPM, so that's always a good thing. Faster fire rate's pretty much always a good thing. The one bad thing about it is it eats through ammo, and it's a machine gun LMG, so it has pretty bad reload times. We will use the fast mag in the build, but it's still going to have much worse reload times than these other weapons. ADS times are a little bit worse than the Farah, Krig, and C58 at 346 milliseconds. It's still faster than most of the other LMGs, though, so that's good. Mobility wise, it is the slowest of the group. Again, it's an LMG, so that makes sense. It's really big and heavy. It's still faster than most of the other LMGs. Again, though, it's a much more mobile LMG than the ones we've seen in the past, and they tried to make it more of like a mid-range LMG rather than like super long range. So I think that's where it excels, is kind of in the mid-range. It's still somewhat usable at long range, but it has great TTKs. We'll get into that in a second. I just wanted to go over these mobility stats. Reload time, obviously, 6.77 seconds, much slower than the other ones. But really, the Farah kind of bridges the gap between like an AR and an LMG because it has a bad reload time and it has pretty slow ADS times and worse movement than the other ARs. So it's kind of like Krig, C58, QBZ are really the assault rifle meta weapons right now. The Farah is kind of bridging the gap between a meta assault rifle and a meta LMG. And I think the MG82 and maybe the Stoner could sneak in as somewhat meta LMGs. MG82 just kills so fast, and it still has perfectly vertical recoil. We'll show the recoil as well. But let's start with 250 health chest shots. First of all, the MG82 does have an open bolt delay, and we know that sometimes that doesn't matter, especially in longer engagements. I feel like it's much less important. We saw that with the Bruin meta. The Bruin meta also had an open bolt delay, but it didn't really matter because most of your engagements were at range, and you could kind of time your shots in a way that open bolt delay wasn't that big of a deal. So for these comparisons, I'm going to turn that off. And just imagine 50 milliseconds more in a situation where that would matter, which is not that common. But with 250 health chest shots, MG82 is the green line here. Farah is the orange line. Krig is the pink line. And C58 is the cyan line. So you can see MG82 kills way faster than the three other assault rifles everywhere. It has a shorter damage drop-off, but even after the damage drop-off, it kills faster than these did in their first damage range. So it has really fast TTKs. Let's look at stomach real fast. Again, stomach's the same story. MG82 kills faster than everything. FARA's in second place. Quite a bit slower, almost 80 milliseconds slower. So even if you include open bolt delay, the C58, the MG82 is actually going to kill a little bit faster than the FARA still. So it just melts people, and you'll see in the gameplay at the end of this video, there's multiple times where I just absolutely melt people in the 19 kill win that we got yesterday. So this is Extremities. Extremities is the one place where the FARA can actually take over the MG82 a little bit. But again, most of the time, this won't be the TTK you're going to get with the MG82. You're going to have that one that's chest and stomach, especially if you mix in a few headshots. Headshots, it finally kind of fits in the pack everywhere in the same place. It's faster at range with headshots than the FARA and the Krig, but a little bit slower than the C58. I really think MG82 is slept on right now, especially for Verdansk. It feels a little too slow for me on Rebirth. I tried to use it on Rebirth. I didn't really like the movement and the ADS times on Rebirth. But for Verdansk, a bigger map, more open spaces, more time to ADS and things like that, I feel like the MG82 is actually a really solid choice right now. All right, so I just want to do a really quick recoil comparison between the FARA and the MG82, because the FARA is kind of the fast, like I've talked about at the beginning of the video. It's the fast killing AR. Kills faster than the other meta ARs, but it's harder to control because it has more recoil. So I've fired 30 rounds of the FARA. That's what this line is, from exactly 10 meters. And now we're going to do the same with the MG82. These guns do the same amount of damage per bullet for chest and stomach. So 30 bullets is the same amount of damage from both of them. So it's a equivalent amount of damage output for the number of bullets. So it's fair to compare these two recoil plots. So this is 30 rounds with the MG82. So you can see it has the same recoil as it did when it was released. Has just a lot more of it. So it's a much taller vertical line, but it's still perfectly vertical. This little slight angle in the FARA can be kind of tricky to hit your shots with. But overall, they're both similar. I think the MG82 being so perfectly vertical and not having any sort of deviation from vertical at all kind of makes up for the fact that it has quite a bit more vertical recoil than the FARA. It does make it somewhat difficult to control at range. I feel like it wouldn't be that difficult on controller because you just hold the thumbstick down like perfectly in the same spot, the same amount to hit that shot. So this sign's 71 meters away, and I'm going to try to control this recoil and hit that with the MG82 real quick. So on mouse and key, I can pretty much hit a person-sized target easily, probably out to about 100 meters, which is pretty good. This is the FARA, same thing. And this is definitely easier to control the vertical, but I just feel like that little turn right at the start makes it a little harder to hit those early shots right when that turn happens. This little angle here. But you could get used to that, obviously, and that'd be fine. But with the MG82, you don't have to get used to anything. It's literally just pulling straight down. And there is a lot, but it's doable. And because the MG82 recoil is so perfectly repeatable, there's no variation in this pattern at all. It's just straight up the same amount the whole time. I very much feel like even though it's a lot of recoil, it's one of those guns that you could master and learn how to use and get really good with and have an advantage over other players, which is something that I like when they do. It's just like I used to talk about that with the Cold War AK. It had difficult recoil, but it killed faster than everything. Now it doesn't kill faster than everything, so it's like, what's the point? Why would I use a gun with more recoil? But the MG82 still kills faster than everything else. So it's a fun gun. I think you should give it a try. Let's jump into the gameplay. I'm going to talk about who I played with first, and then we will get into my 19 kill win, and we will show you some actual good gameplay with it. So as far as recommended build goes, this is what I would suggest you use. Agency Suppressor, Task Force Barrel, Field Agent Grip, Fast Mag. So it starts with a 100 round mag, so the Fast Mag has no penalties. Just makes your reload a lot quicker. And kind of what it does is it makes it so the reload animation doesn't have to finish. So if you watch the ammo number in the bottom while you're reloading, at the point where it goes from whatever number you had before you reloaded, where the 100 shows up, you can sprint and cancel the rest of the reload animation. That's what I've talked about before, where the reload times on the site are not exactly perfect because they wait until you can fire the gun. I really need to have the reload cancel times on there, but that's just going to be a massive task to get those. But with the reload cancel, if I had to guess, it's probably somewhere in like the 4-second range for this. So it's actually not bad at all, especially when you compare it to the FARA, which is, around 3 seconds. You get an extra 40 bullets, and the damage values are about the same as the FARA, so damage per mag is really just almost double what you get with the FARA. So decent reload. It does have bad mobility, and it's going to have pretty bad ADS times. I feel like you need to use the agency suppressor, task force, and field agent, even though it would be really nice to have like an airborne elastic wrap to help with ADS times, just because it has so much vertical recoil. So we really want everything we can help to get that vertical recoil down. So field agent, task force is the last barrel with the most vertical recoil control, and then agency suppressor actually has vertical recoil control as well. So I feel like you really need all of those things for this gun, just because it has so much recoil. And then optic wise, the iron sights are actually good on this. You could do some fun builds with iron sights. The irons are really good. But as far as using this as your main weapon on Verdansk, you need that zoom. So axial 3x is what you got to use pretty much. The 4x really is just going to have too much zoom for this thing. It's going to be too much effective recoil to control just because there's so much zoom. All right, so quickly I want to go over who I was playing with so you guys can support them as well. All three of the people I was playing with are just awesome. If you're looking for, fun places to hang out, good vibes, good people, their chats on Twitch are awesome. Great streamers. So the first one's DekuPool. He streams at twitch.tv/DekuPool. This will all be linked below in the video description. So be sure to go check him out. This is his stream playing in the background. The next up was Matt Icon. So let's go to Matt's stream. All right, this is Matt Icon, twitch.tv/Matt__icon. Again, it'll be linked below. Really nice guy. He barely even knew me, and he's been awesome to me from the start. And he's just got a great chill stream with awesome vibes. So if you want to just hang out, check his stream out below. And then next up is See You Next Tuesday. So we will go look at her stream. All right, this is See You Next Tuesday. Again, awesome vibes, awesome stream. I haven't known her for very long, but she's been super, super nice. Really just a fun stream to hang out in. Her stream is twitch.tv/CUNextTues, and the O and U is a 0. I'll link that down below. But she's awesome. She's actually getting really close to partner. So if we can help support that, that would be awesome. But yeah, let's jump into the gameplay, and I will show you the 19 kill win with the MG82.
Oh, he jumped out the back?
I think Two's is fighting a different team over here.
I'm fine.
Okay.
Matt, can I land here?
Yeah.
Over here tonight.
How did they do that with their name?
Losing ground.
You went on this route.
Enemy UAV overhead.
You guys dropping down on you?
Fuck,
That to
I
your
thought it was
right?
my teammate.
I got shot from the right. I got the guy down that jumped down on me, but there's someone shot me from over here. Oh, he
Two on
rezzed,
top
he
of blue.
self-rezzed.
Two on top of blue.
Single shooter.
Thank you, Two's.
Two above you, Tony. At least.
Oh my god, you're so toxic.
Friendly UAV overhead.
Body.
I love it here.
You said 2 above me?
Yeah, there's definitely two.
All right,
There's
I'm going
sound
up.
of
Here.
The new
Right.
Wraith girl and
Right.
someone else.
Oh, there's one down here too.
Found some armor.
Out back, ran that way.
Station. I should be able to get that guy that ran away.
What are you using as your secondary?
Who?
Tony.
OTS.
Did you
That
kill
was
the guy that was
silencer?
running away?
No, he's right here. What?
In the
It
air.
says he's right here. Oh.
No, that's his butt. Yeah, that's the one.
Cracked. One shot. Wow.
Oh, I hit him once too.
Oh, 2 shots. Sorry.
God. No, I literally hit him with one bullet though. It was pretty bad. Over here.
Couple guys on,
To that vehicle.
yeah, top red as well, where we came from. Either way.
I guess top red would be probably better to push, right?
Oh,
yeah.
these guys evidently know we're coming.
Yeah.
One to the left, out by himself. Shit.
Lethal out.
That didn't make it to where I wanted it to. I was trying to throw it over the mountain. It didn't work.
I don't know why that was so funny, but it cracked me up, dude.
Fucking need to watch.
They were like 20
It
yards.
literally went like He's low. That guy's one. There's a guy right here too.
Tango front.
Oh, fall back.
Matt, to your left. Oh,
Oh, the guy in the house got me. It wasn't. There's two of them over there.
Friendly UAV overhead.
Bodie right here.
I'm gonna buy a UAV.
Friendly UAV overhead. Gas is inbound. Enemy soldier incoming.
Dude, watch. There's people behind you.
Yeah.
Ah, marica, pero ¿cómo hijo de-
Let's finish their kill.
There's guys on the roof over there.
There's one to the left. He's ground level of the building. It's
Yeah, there's one ghosted further back, like right through him. Same
Oh, okay.
direction.
We'll try to get behind this guy. Team wipe.
One on the roof over here.
They're on the move. Ma che cazzo?
I hate fighting in downtown.
You don't like having 17 rooftops to watch at all times?
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say. my brain can't process all that at once.
It's so funny though, because Mara looks at it from a completely different standpoint, and hers is right too. Gives a lot more angles to run and hide from.
Oh, for sure. I mean, but
she's like, I could dip out of a fight in a heartbeat.
Matt, if I drop my money, you wanna buy a UE?
Yeah.
We're right next to the buy.
Got sniped. Be safe to res.
Matt, save your money. I'm going up there.
I got sniped from like
Stadium.
over here,
Changing position.
I think. Blue ping.
Oh yeah, it was the guy that was.
And then there's one on top bank as well.
He's got the like black the Reaper character.
Timmy, how are you?
He fought back at that buy behind us.
Okay.
All right. Much
I'm
better.
gonna be that guy. Can I jump onto this other roof, you think?
Guy doesn't die for real.
Enemy soldier incoming.
There's so many pings over here. Oh, there they are.
Poor guy.
Fuck that guy.
Another one right here.
Hostile spotted.
Running across the track right here.
Tango front.
Different guy. The guy's still
There's a
over here.
sniper on our left, Deku.
He's cracked.
Oh, good shot, sniper.
Move it or lose it.
Thank you. Thanks.
Enemy soldier incoming.
Did he kill himself?
I think Tuesday got him or Tony got him.
I didn't get him. I think he killed himself.
There's a bunch of plates, guys, if you need to replay.
Fighting's over. Now it's a ghost town.
Someone shot at him because I was shooting at him and they saved my life.
Gas is moving in. You
Yo,
safe
there's
zone.
Oh, there's a guy there. What?
Friendly UAV overhead.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Full team over on blue.
Not muted.
that.
I'm just here.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Enemy fire.
They're up on the hill. To the left of my ping.
Losing ground.
There is a buy in zone if you guys end up rotating that way.
Friendly precision
But if not,
airstrike
it's all good.
inbound.
Just play the game.
Enemies on track. You're safe.
Big kill.
Can use a little bit of AR if anybody has access.
Here's his ammo box.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Dropping ammo.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Going down back there.
Heading this way.
Gas is closing in.
Shots
Relocating
close
to
in
safe
front
zone.
here.
I can get Deku if someone wants to give me your money. I'll risk it.
Only if you
These
can,
ones are
dude.
risky.
But if you guys can't, don't worry about it. Play the game. I don't want you to die resumes.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, that guy got all the way to the buy before I killed him.
Threat down some shotgun shells.
So. Fuck me.
There's less than 10 to go. You can win this. Gas is moving.
No,
You're right,
what
Tommy.
happened to twos? I just...
Oh shit, never mind.
We have to
Dang.
get to the safe zone.
Matt, he threw money on the ground for you.
Yeah, I got. I'm gonna try and get you. There's.
Only if you can, man. The loadouts are already like out of zone, so it's not too important.
Oh, he's on the hill.
Enemy soldier
Yeah,
incoming.
2 snipers, Tony.
Okay.
All kinds of people are resin over there. I'm gonna try to land on that stuff right by you, Tony.
Okay.
Oh shit! Oh, there's one in the building.
Gas is moving in. New safe zone located.
No, shit.
Contact! Under fire!
Here. Please grab the
Thank you.
They have to come out of the
Look at my
building.
other gun.
Here. You can take the Farah.
Got gas moving in.
Do you not have a gun? No, take it back.
He's just really good with the.
We have to get to the safe
Yeah,
zone.
I'm fine with the Mac. I got my other gun.
Alright. I'll take your Farah. I didn't realize there was your gun.
Oh, he's one shot.
They're on
Last one right behind the hay bale.
Downed him.
target here.
Nice.
There's killing to be done.
3 down right here.
There's more guns over here.
All right, it's 3 teams, 2 teams, 5.
You guys need
4 other
plates? I have
players.
6.
I have 1.
Here, Tony, take plates.
Guys here left.
Less than 5 to go. Bring home the
Last
win.
team is.
They're right over the hill on our left here.
There's this patch there too.
Safe zone.
Grenade out.
Losing ground.
The safe zone is required.
On top of the rock.
Yep.
Pocket guts.
He's dead.
I have a kill.
That's it.
Let's go!
Let's go, baby!
Let's go!
Oh. Yo, that was the most
Oh,
scuffed
dude, just
ending,
comes in,
dude.
drops 19.
GG's.
Hey,